Oh, dude. Just ran over my cord, bro.
Ran over my cord. Hey. Are we live right now?
Yep, we are live.
Live on Instagram? I haven't got a notification, dude.
It's probably working.
YouTube is live.
Yeah, well, did it just now go? Because I had to reset
Said
it
it just now.
Dino's going to get mad at me.
Here, let's watch. Dude,
Look at
that, dude.
We're just watching ourselves in third person here.
Two freaking studs.
All right, you ready? Hey, what's going on here, dude? I am on the struggle bus.
Should have been prepared, my guy. Should
am
have been
prepared.
See if you're live on Instagram. Hey, what's up? What's up, dude?
Dude,
Welcome
you put
back.
your finger in my mouth.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Why'd you say out?
Oh, ew. Ew.
It doesn't say ew, dude. It smells like lotion.
Ew.
Smell
Anyways.
smell my fingers.
No.
Smell my fingers, bro.
Welcome into the 23 Moto Podcast.
Can you screen record on there?
I don't know, maybe.
That way you can post it and post clips.
I have no idea.
Go screen
Google it
record,
real
dude.
quick while I do this.
Google what?
Google if I could screen record on a MacBook. I have no idea if you can or not. Welcome into the 23 Moto Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Corley. My brother, Robbie Corley,
Yeah, it's me.
the idiot connoisseur.
Yes, you can screen record on a MacBook using either the built-in screenshot app with the Shift Command 5 shortcut or the QuickTime player.
I don't know how to
Well,
do
watch this.
that.
Hopefully I don't
Am
mess
I-
anything up.
Well, hopefully this thing is live, and I don't think my Instagram is live. No, it's not. Why is my Insta? Here, go to my Instagram's not live. Click the one in the top right. Ignore this if you're listening. Skip 30 seconds ahead. You'll be fine. No, go up, up. Nope, go up. Really? Yeah, go to that one. Click on that. There we go. All right. Yeah. Oh, it is live. All right. What the heck? I don't know why it's not showing us though. There we go. All right. We're good. We are live. All right. Go back. It's very left. Nope. Left. Nope. Not there. There you go. Yep. All right.
So if we hit.
Oh my gosh. My brother's trying to figure out how to screen record on my MacBook, which might self-destruct my MacBook. It's not doing anything. Nope. All right. Whatever. Let's just get into it. People are sitting here. They're probably tuning out because we're doing dumb things like this. It's not muted. I could hear it. Oh, Dino. All right. So hold on. We are gonna go through. We are gonna go through Foxborough.
Hey, welcome back to my show. My
Oh
name
my
is
God,
Robbie
dude,
Corley.
you're
I'm the
such
host
an
of this
idiot.
show. I had a race this weekend and it went to total crap.
Yeah. So I'm gonna bring in Dean Wilson.
Hey.
We are gonna recap the mud fest that was Foxborough Supercross. But Dino is in Florida right now, so we're going to bring him in as early as possible
Best
because
place.
it's already 8:00 there. So let me get him real quick. I should have just had you stay up there.
Well, why didn't you just do it, dude?
So
We need a producer.
yeah.
Hey, look, it's Dean Wilson.
Yo! What?
Dino, we are live. Just so you know,
What's up,
we
my
are
guy?
alive and
Not
rolling.
live on Instagram, dude.
Why not?
I don't know.
There
Oh,
it is. Yeah, we are. We're
Never mind.
live, dude. Don't
We're
listen
live.
to an idiot. Yeah.
How we doing? All good?
How are you?
What's up, Dino?
Not a lot. Just out here in Florida. Just got back on Sunday night. So, yeah, back to the grind. So, all is good. How you guys?
Good. How you feeling? You excited?
You guys, for us sad twins, you guys look ugly as ever, eh?
Bro,
Yeah.
I know. We're even
Must
we're
be
even not
must be
like
tough to
twins.
walk around like that.
It is. I'm the uglier one, so it's even worse for me.
Oh, I'm just messing.
The you know what is pretty cool though. You and I are teammates. You know that?
Yeah,
I'm
I see that. You look like the second writer
I am.
on
I was trying-
HRC.
dude, I was trying to get the ride with Lars and he wouldn't give it to me. He ended up giving it to you, so I'm kind of pissed off.
I get it.
I think
I
he
get
might
it.
deserve it just a little bit more.
Dino does deserve it. Congratulations on the new
Yes.
ride.
That's huge,
You know,
dude.
it is really cool to see. I mean, obviously it was the only logical choice, really. There's a lot of good guys out there that I'm sure were clamoring for the ride, but what people don't understand is that if you're, especially with a different manufacturer, or you have certain partners that you can't get out of contracts with, it's not going to be as easy. And so,
Yeah.
you know, you were already on a Honda. You're on a lot of other programs where it's not really going to matter as much. But walk us through like when it was officially done. Like when it was like, all right, you knew for a fact, like you put pen to paper, all that stuff. Like walk us through that moment for you and how it felt, and like, oh shit, I'm actually going to get back to Supercross.
Yeah, well, thank you. First off, I'm pretty stoked. Obviously very excited for this. It's like the whole thing is just kind of surreal, you know? I'm on the other side of the pond, racing in the UK, having a great time, loving it, watching the races from overseas. You know, I see Jet get injured. I'm like, oh man, that's a shame. You know, so a few days went by and I was just sitting on the couch in Scotland. I'm like, I'm gonna shoot Lars a little text, like, hey, just shoot your shot, like yes or no, whatever. So I know Lars pretty well. So shot my text, was like, hey mate, I see there's a bike available. If you need someone, I'm here, give me a call. But if not, no stress. And he's like, hey, thanks for the message. You know, we're not going to fill that spot, but you know, if plans change, I'll let you know. So I was like, okay, cool. Next weekend, I race in Aberdeen. I won. We're watching Tampa.
Yeah.
Hunter goes down.
Yeah.
And we're having a few drinks as well. And we're like, we all look at each other like, oh shit, like, should I put this drink down, you know? So yeah, that happened. And I never even hit up Lars because he already knew, like, and they're dealing with their two top riders being injured. Like they have a lot on their plate. So he knows I'm there. So I let it sit for a while. And then, yeah, he just, I had my friend Paul kind of, you know, be the middleman. Paul Parabinos, he's one of my good friends. And,
good, yeah.
You know, he's good friends with Lars. So yeah, I was just like, yeah, I was letting him deal with it and see if it could happen. And they were kind of going back and forth over some stuff. And, you know, it wasn't a rush for them. So, you know, my plan, no matter what, I was doing 5 Supercross races for the Quad Lock Honda team. So that was my plan anyways.
Okay.
So I was 100% coming back to race no matter what,
Nice.
with Quad Lock Honda. So my original plan was to race Birmingham. So I get back from the UK trip, I think like a few days before Daytona Supercross. And so I didn't have a bike. I hadn't been riding. I didn't know what the plan was yet. So anyways, it sounded like it was all going to happen, but they're like, Lars told Paul, hey, probably going to do the last 4. We have a lot of stuff to do at the shop that we fell behind on. And, we just need to catch up on a bunch of stuff. And so I was like, okay, well, I was like, let's at least do 5, you know, like that's my original plan. So anyways, I go to Daytona, go to watch, have a meeting with Lars. It's happening. And then I was like, can we please do 5? And he's like, yeah, we can do 5. Nice. I was like, sick. So then, you know, they just had a lot that they wanted to get done while they didn't have the time while the boys were racing. So they wanted to get that done. I started writing, practicing, because the thing was, while I was racing in the UK, I wasn't practicing during the week or anything. I was literally just racing on the weekends. So it was a different program for me, you know, like I would just go to the gym every day, do everything I could, hang out with the family. And it was really relaxing. It was like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I've got this factory Honda HRC ride and I have not practiced since December. I'm like, I need to get my ass going here. So got on the bike, got going, started building myself up. And I tell you what, the first week that I did, whoa, I was like, man, I've got a long ways to go. Like I probably sounded like you boys after a couple laps.
Yeah. Dude, I'm like a 4 or 5 kind of guy and I'm exhausted.
Bro.
Yeah. So I was just, with Supercross, the first 2 to 3 weeks are pretty hellish when you're really like getting after it, you know, like all the boys in the off season. I haven't had an off season, right? So I've just been playing catch up, trying to build myself up. So I hadn't rode the factory bike yet. I was just on a stock bike with suspension, and got in a couple weeks. So then flew out to California, and that's when we just did 2 weeks of testing, rode the bike for the first time, and it was just amazing. What? It was everything I expected it to be. Just because I've watched the boys a lot and I see how the power is and So when I got to ride it for the first time at HRC, I just had a smile on my face all day. I felt like I was 18 riding Mitchie's PC bike. Like I felt like a kid again. And the whole crew is super cool as well. So it's been awesome. It's been really good. And I'm just leaving no stone unturned. Like this, this could possibly be my last ever Supercrossies, but we'll see how it goes. I definitely will never do a full season again. But I'm doing everything I can. Like I'm doing everything I can because I want to make the most of this opportunity and see how good I can do. And then at the end of the day, if I walk away and I'm 15th place guy, I'm a 15th place guy. I did my best. If I'm better than that, cool. So I just want to put in my best effort. So then when I do finish, I'm like, hey, I tried my best,
Well,
have fun.
Real quick, going back to when you first got back on the bike, what base setting or whose base setting were you kind of going off of? Did you have one that you were bringing from Quad Lock, or is it like something that you were set up from the beginning?
I believe it was Hunter's base setting with my springs and stuff. I got the big boy springs on there. So so it was kind of his base setting, and then we really tinkered with it. And we got a pretty good feel. But right away when I hopped on that bike, probably within 5 laps, I felt pretty comfortable. So, man, it was really cool.
Wait, and I don't know how big of a difference it is, but this is one of the questions, and I'm going to get back to you at why I think it was good, and I don't want to lose my train of thought. Getting back to why I think it's important that you came back regardless of where you finish. But when you came back and you jumped on the factory Honda, it was a full factory bike. How different did it feel compared to, it's going to be hard because you were riding a stock bike, but how different does it compare to like the Quad Lock Honda? Like, is it a big drastic difference or is it just little minimal things?
I feel like it's a pretty big difference. Quad Lock have a really good package, what Shane and Joey are on. But what I noticed the most was the gearbox. And that's something so when I first got on the Honda or the factory bike, I was riding it like my normal bike, and I was hitting all the corners in second. But the way they have the gearbox inside the engine, first gear is really long. So I run in a lot of the turns. I'm in first gear, because it goes for a long time, and then I click up. So that's the one thing I noticed. The big thing was first goes for a long time, and then second's a little bit more doughy. So that's why I think the bike's really good off the start. It doesn't really peter out midway through. It kind of just picking up speed. Yeah. And and then third is perfect for the whoops. Like I didn't touch fourth gear once. So I only used the 3 gears. And so that was the biggest thing that I noticed for sure was that. And then like the torque, it was very torquey. And when I say that, it's like just using that baby throttle, just when you just use that little bit of throttle, it's got the torque to like pull the bike and pull you. Like, so when I turn out of a corner, I step on and then I go to step off. I don't have to be like, what? I'm like, I step on and then just that little bit of twist of the throttle, it drives off, So just that little torque, and the engine feels really light. It's a very light feeling. Kind of feels pretty flickable as well. So there was a lot to it. And then the suspension was unreal as well. It felt like I kind of laughed because they actually sent me a set to Florida while I was riding the stock bike just to see what I thought before we started our factory testing. So when I first rode it and I'm rolling around the track, I'm just like singling the jumps and I single and I catch a little bit of air. And right away I was like, whoa, this feels nice because it felt nice on my knees and my joints. Old Earl over here, it was so plush feeling. Like it felt like I was riding on marshmallows. I would hit braking bumps, and usually I'm kind of, when I hit some big, braking bumps with Supercross suspension, you kind of clench your hands a bit because usually it's so stiff. The initial is so plush and spongy feeling that you can kind of relax your hands and just be a bit more relaxed on the bike. So I just felt that plushness was amazing on that bike. So that was really cool. And turning was amazing. So, I'm very, I picked these things up very quick. Like I knew, I had an idea of how the bike felt. And then when I hopped on it, I was like, okay, this is pretty much what I thought. So it was really cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
One of the biggest differences that you're going to feel, just so you know, because they're partners of the program, is you having Yoshimura pipe on the bike.
Oh yeah.
Yoshimura is part of our program. And so
there you go. There you go.
So that's the big reason why you're having the big difference.
Really, really good.
Yeah, sounds good.
I got a question for you. So if you were going to do 5 rounds with the Quad Lock Honda team, when you told them that you were going to do it with HRC now, so were they super supportive? Were they bummed? How was the process like with that?
They were really cool. So when I first kind of caught when that it could possibly happen, Yariv was, is my boss, and he was pushing for it. He wanted it to happen, and in a sense, it kind of helped them out that, obviously it's great for me to be on that team, but it helped them out in a way because Shane McElrath, and then Joey was going to be on a team, then I was going to be on a team. It wasn't meant to be a 3-man 450 team.
Okay.
And then unfortunately Joey got injured. And then, Yariv was really supportive. He's been a diehard Honda guy his whole life. And, he was talking to them for me, kind of being a little bit of a middleman as well, because when all this was going on, like I didn't speak to really anybody at all. I can't have
I know. I texted you like 30 times.
Yeah. And, well, on that part, like Lars is like, all right, let's just, people kind of know, but let's just let's just try and keep it in, and then he had a plan, and we can get to that. But no, the team, Quad Lock Honda was really supportive. Martine was the same. I talked to Martine. I was like, hey, this is an opportunity that I can't miss, or, I got to do it. And he's like, oh, absolutely. So team was really cool, and I'm thankful for that as well. So, yeah, it's good.
When I say that you weren't responding, you were responding, but you were being like, hey, dude, it's you would laugh and like, haha, joke and all that kind of stuff. But you would never tell me if it was official, and you really, nobody really knew anything was official besides you, right? You, Lars, the team, all that stuff. And so, but I remember when you went to Daytona, that's when everything got way louder. And and I would text you and stuff like that. But it was just kind of funny as the process of how it went. And then I would see people coming out of the HRC rig at Supercross races and stuff like that. And I'm like, damn, dude, maybe Dino isn't getting it, maybe. And then I started thinking it wasn't. I am surprised to hear that you were going to race the 5 anyways. I don't know why. I didn't know that.
That's freaking cool, dude.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, that was always part of my plan. So, I think maybe people lost thought on me going to HRC for a bit, because it wasn't they were in no rush to fill it, and they don't have to fill it. They have sponsors that are happy with how things are. They didn't have to do that. So it was pretty dragged on, on the announcement and stuff, because like I said, they were getting all what they had to get finished at the shop and stuff done. And then, we kept it in. We kept it quiet as long as we could. And then Lars, it was quite funny, the Grandpa Earl, that was all Lars and his boss's idea.
I was going to ask whose idea it was to do
that was all Honda's. They wanted to do that. And at first I was because the makeup is kind of a bastard, but I was like, let's do it. Why not? So we did it, and I was up at 4 a.m. getting the makeup done, and Lars had a full little storyboard we were doing, and so it was a lot of fun. We enjoyed it. We've made the most of it, and to go back also, there was a lot of great riders that had a chance at this spot, but there a lot. Sometimes the fans get a little bit confused. Justin Hell is happy where he's at. He's riding the best he's ever ridden. He is pleased. He's happy. He's happy where he's at. I'm not saying he doesn't want to go to HRC, but he's good where he is. He's happy. And then I think Ferrandis was really wanting the spot, which rightfully so. He was riding well this season. He's on a Honda, but I think Lars was just trying to be as respectful as he could to the teams. Didn't really want to pull. Even though I was Quad Lock Honda as well, I'm a little bit different circumstances. I didn't start the season. I was jumping in. And then they also, I'm probably missing out a few guys, but
there's a few that I know of that I don't know if it's public, so that's why I'm not saying it. But there are a couple that I'm
say it at this point.
No, we can't.
Don't
Dino, don't you be getting me in trouble, bro. Blame it on me.
So it doesn't matter. So anyways, it all worked out, and it was cool. It was really, really cool. Just because of just of how it all went down, right? I'm not even in America, and this is all happening, and I've not even been practicing. I've just been racing on the weekends, and then I get back to America and then all of a sudden there's an opportunity that I could be at HRC, and it's crazy. It was crazy, but it was really cool.
With Honda, I mean, the cool thing about like doing the whole Grandpa Earl thing and how they did it and the access that you got, Honda's not known for being like that. They're not necessarily not open, but they kind of keep things tight. They kind of, especially the headquarters, like you're talking about American, like Honda, like this is bigger than just the dirt bikes, right? Yeah. Like it's a huge company. And so like, they don't really ever do anything like that. And so when I saw that video drop and I saw you go in there and you, did you mean to grab Lars? Was that planned?
No, like, he was pissing me off.
It was, right?
It wasn't giving me the ride, so I had to, get some authority. But the whole front desk part, everything like the lady had no idea, which is quite funny because that was my first test. I was like, all right, let's see how this goes. And then she didn't even bat an eye. And then see when they don't bat an eye, that's like, it gives me confidence. I go full character mode, Yeah. But it's when they're kind of like a little bit weary, like, oh, something's weird here. And then I start to like laugh or lose my,
She was so nice about it too.
Oh, she was awesome. Yeah.
Will Grandpa Earl ride any of these 5 rounds?
Yeah.
Just saying. You never know.
Hopefully not. And if he's riding those 5 rounds, he might be a bit rusty. So hopefully it's just Dean Wilson showing up and not Earl.
You know what you could do though is if I don't know if Feld will have you have like opening ceremony stuff or whatever, but you could come out in like the jacket or something like that. Least, like maybe wear the sunglasses under the helmet or something. Like you could get away with it pretty easily. So when you first started kind of getting your training back going, because it seemed like you came from being overseas, that was super fun. You were kind of relaxed. You were just racing. You ended up being a champion.
Nice.
Don't forget that. But you were kind of having fun with it and just enjoying the racing, right? And then all of a sudden it like kind of comes back to like, oh shit, like I really have to kind of step up the training program aspect of it. Was that something that you knew that you had to do because of the level that Supercross is? Or was it just like, hey, I owe it to the team and I owe it to myself I'm getting this opportunity. I have to get my ass back into gear. Like, was that quick for you or no?
Honestly, I would still treat it the same if I was on quad lock Honda. I give it, I know what it takes to be up there, and like it's a lot of work, like it's nonstop when you're in boot camp mode and you're trying to get yourself to a level. You're up in the morning, you're stretching, you're doing your morning cardio, then you get your breakfast, then you go to the track, and then you're all day at the track, then you go to the gym, then you have dinner, then you go to bed, then it's repeat, and you're just, dude, and then you wake up tired, and you go again, and so it's a grind, but I also really like enjoy the grind. Sure, it gets tough, but when you do it for like 16 years, like I've been doing it, it's like, and you start to see the end come a little bit, you start to appreciate it and enjoy it, because now that I'm more of like let's just say a part-time, I'm not exactly full-time, I'm kind of part-time, that I do sit around more. And then you start to miss that. You start to miss that grind, and you never thought you would. You never thought that you would miss suffering, but like you do, because it's such a satisfying feeling when you're pushing yourself. And it's like the old quotes, that Joe Rogan and them say, like, you got to do hard things to step up. And that's doing the motos and the training. Like that's really hard when you're pushing yourself and trying to stay on that lap time and in the gym, and that is hard, but it's also, it's you're leveling up, and I don't know, you miss that. And so this, to be training as hard as I have been lately though, and all the writing and stuff, it just, in a way it doesn't feel hard, because like, how can you not have the motivation, like right for HRC, right? Like, it's like, it's amazing. And like, I'm just putting everything into it. So, We'll see how it goes. I've been trying to build myself up and get my speed back, and but get my 20-minute motos in, and I think it's going well. So I'm pretty happy where I'm at.
When you looked at the race this weekend, were you happy you weren't there?
It might happen.
Yeah, it was like, dude, I was happy I wasn't there, because I was like, that looks gnarly, but it was also I started getting those like nervous feelings. I'm like, oh, like 7 days away, like I'm on the gate, but that was just those race feelings. Like this race this weekend for me is like my A1, you know?
Yep.
So it's kind of gnarly, but it looks like it's going to be something similar to that. So definitely watched and learned and seen what to do and what not to do. I mean, it's pretty hard in the mud, but I mean, same old thing. Get the start, stay on two wheels, do the jumps.
Yep. Apparently, AP said he had some secret with his grips or something. So maybe reach out to him. Maybe he's got like some super glue or something like that he uses. I have no idea. Any last questions for him before I get to a couple fan questions?
No questions. I just want to say, like, you can tell that it's probably been nice for you to have that break where you're not so back to back. You know what I mean? Go. And it's probably, you know what I mean? But it sounds like you've never lost the motivation for it either. You know, sometimes people, when they take a break or they're done, they're just burnt out. They don't have that motivation. And now, but it seems like you do have that motivation. And now look at, you're jumping on HRC and you're doing big things, dude. So it looks like you're having fun, and you can tell that you're motivated still.
Yeah, no, I am. It's just like I said in my my post, this was not part of the 2025 bingo card. You know what I mean? It's crazy, but you know, it's due to unfortunate circumstances with the boys getting hurt. But you get these opportunities, you got to take full advantage. So I just want to do my best, and I want to enjoy it. I don't want my anxiety to be through the roof. I want to enjoy it and just do my best. And that's it. And, you know, the boys at Honda, they have zero pressure on me. Like, they're not saying anything. I got Cam Chain as my mechanic. He's been awesome. And the whole team is really cool. Like, dude, you got so many, like, OGs in there and, like, guys that I've known from the past. And it's a very, like, good environment. So it's been good. Yeah. I'm enjoying it.
So HRC, there's no pressure, right? They're not putting any pressure on you whatsoever right now. Does that help you? You know what I mean? That take any pressure off that you already had going in?
Yeah, they're not like,
prior to that,
hey, we need a podium out of you. Like, you have to get a podium. Like, great, it would be great to get a podium, but it's like you're not going in there as like,
so go have fun.
Yeah, it's like, just go ride. You know?
Yeah, exactly. And I've been doing this long enough to where they know I'm not like, it's like no pressure, but it's like, they know that I'm going to go out there and
do your best.
And try and do well. You know, I'm not going to go out there and roll around and high five the fans. Like I'm pretty motivated. I want to do well. So we'll see.
All right. So I got a few fan questions that came on Instagram, and we'll go through them pretty quick, and then we'll get you out of here. Cause like I said at the very beginning, you're on the East Coast right now. It's almost 9 o'clock. Yeah. So from Chouse _973, in Dino's opinion, what is the best factory bike you have ever ridden? He doesn't want you to say HRC, but you could say whatever bike you want.
It's got to be my PC bike.
I was gonna say 250.
I got Ewan's toys going off here, and I hit the button by accident. It's got to, dude. Yeah. It's got to be the PC Cali, because obviously that was my first ever factory bike. And then when I joined the team 2010, that's when PC was just levels above all the bikes. So it was like, you go to the start line, know you're going to get a good start. You knew the bike was the best one out there. And, you know, it showed in outdoors 2011. We were on the podium almost every weekend, all of us. And the bike was just unbelievable. And then as the years clicked off, the 250 team started to level up and catch up, you know. But I lived in that era. You know, there was the Filiputo era where they were just elite. And then I was in that era. I got the last few years of, you know, when the bike was just that much better, you know, than the other 250s. So it was pretty cool.
Was 2011 the year that you did the Dragon back at Paula?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. I still dream about that. Yeah. That was so sick. So real quick on this, you kind of touched on it a little bit, but the Real Housewives of Moto, all the prep that for Grandpa Earl, how long does it take? Does it melt? And what's removal like and riding with all of it?
Yeah, so the process is it's usually about 4 hours. The makeup guy that I have, he's done all of them, and he's from Hollywood, and he's a really cool guy. He's with me all day. So we get up early, and then we get the makeup on, but then I'm so hungry by the time the makeup's on So I need to eat a little breakfast sandwich. I'll eat that. Then my lip starts falling off. So he's got to super glue the lip back on. So he's always just hands on when stuff's happening. So I'm like, dude, I got to eat. But then I can't really open my mouth too much. And then I eat something, and he's got to tape the lip, glue the lip back on. And then so it's about a 4-hour process, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, but it's around there. And then when I did Grandpa Earl last summer, it was so hot and humid in Florida.
Yeah.
It was miserable. Like it was tough. It was really tough. So this last one we did was so easy because the weather was perfect. It was cool. Yeah. It was enjoyable. And then taking it off, I think you could just take it off. I'm telling you, because they put like a latex over your head first, but this is like the gnarliest glue, and it takes about a good hour when he's doing it fast, an hour to take off.
Yeah, so there's no chance he's showing up as Grandpa Earl at Supercross.
Does it impair your vision at all? Does it impair your vision at all?
No, my vision's good. Yeah, and then to the other question she asked to ride with it and stuff. Yeah, it was fine. It was fine. No, I didn't have.
So this is something I was curious about too. But 29 Truck, have the plans changed for outdoors at all? Especially with this
definitely not doing outdoors. No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I've said this a million times, but my knee is in not good shape. I tore my ACL 5 times on the one knee, so I have no meniscus, no cartilage.
Jeez.
So it's bone on bone. So when I tap my heel off the ground hard enough, the bones clash, and then it just puffs up and whatever. So doing, there's one thing doing 235s on the weekend, but it's all the practicing during the week. It's just too much wear and tear on my knee.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And in Supercross, I can get away with it a lot better because I can keep my feet on the pegs quite a lot. It's slower pace, and it's less impact, funny enough, because we have big jumps, but we have nice landings most of the time, So outdoors you're launched in OJ and stuff. So
all right, Scotty doesn't know 951. What part of Scotland are you from? He said his mum is from Clarkston.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm from East Kilbride, which is just outside Glasgow. So it's pretty cool. We still have a house there, and like that's where I stayed during January, February, end of February. So it's pretty cool to go back to the roots there. And I just went to the gym every day with my cousin. He's a personal trainer, and
cool.
It was cool. But the weather was not great. But that's Scotland for you.
We went to Ireland last summer, and I wanted to go to Scotland really bad, but I fell in love with Ireland. Like absolutely.
Yeah, it's quite similar to Scotland. We raced in Belfast this year too, which was really cool. So we did some cool stops on the tour we did, so it was fun. Yeah,
and then Big E from Yoshimura, I already hit on it, but are you feeling the Yoshimura power?
Yeah, it's good. I'm really liking it. I've never ran a Yoshimura before, so
now you have. Welcome to the team.
Yeah, so no, it's been awesome. It's I'm enjoying it.
And then A Buer 137, biggest difference from the previous Honda to HRC Honda. You kind of went through it. I would say the gearbox, right?
I know it's the gearbox the most.
Yeah. Okay. And then 555, how do you like working with Cam as your mechanic?
Cam's awesome. Good. Just a solid dude. Just like one of the boys, That's definitely someone where Hunter's lucky to have, because it's like, just the pressure's off. He's not like real intense. He's just
relaxed.
Likes to bullshit. And, when we're riding, and he's a hard worker too, like when was at the Honda track, and right when I'm done riding, he's out grabbing hoses, warting the track. And, he's awesome. Yeah, I've really clicked with him, and it's been a lot of fun. So we're ready to have some fun at the races for sure.
Nice. All right. Well, I think that's it. You got anything else?
No, we're excited for you, dude. We're stoked. I mean, I think everybody is excited and happy for you. So
fans deserve to see you at race. I mean, like, you're a super popular dude at the races, and in your own right of your personality, but also your results. Yeah. So it's been both. But I really wish all that I want for you, stay healthy and have fun. Yeah. And just enjoy it, because it's such a badass opportunity, and one that's deserving. You go out Thursday or Friday? When you go out?
Thursday, I believe. So Thursday, we're supposed to have press day Friday, but obviously that's canceled. But it'll be cool because, get there, we'll get the merch, we'll get the Honda jackets, it'll be like first day at school. So it'll be pretty cool. Do some media stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, if you're getting factory gear and everything too, I'd be stoked, dude.
I know. So,
and the Chew Tube is killing it, dude.
Dude, I didn't even,
you.
the other reason why you're teammates of ours, you are running ETS Racing Fuel as well.
Yes.
Don't forget that.
That's right. We sure are. Yeah. Just don't put it in your garage.
Yeah, dude, I have
a little bit.
It's all in my garage too.
I'll send you a picture, the little thing that I have you like on, because I have my laptop. I just took a photo of it. It's sitting on 2 5-gallon drums or 6-gallon drums of ETS Racing Fuel with a box on top of it. Yeah,
it's gnarly. It's gnarly.
It's strong.
It is potent. The stuff that you guys use, like the 21 or whatever it is, like the super good stuff. It is potent.
Well, that's what Kyle Moose gave me a container. An empty one that had that in it, and I put it in my garage the very first day. When I came out there the next day, I had to keep it outside for a week to air out.
Yeah.
I'm getting used to it. But anyways, all right, get out of here. I can't thank you enough for joining, dude. It really means a lot to me.
Yeah.
You're on to good things. You've always been great with me and being on 23 stuff and all that. I mean, I just appreciate it a lot.
No worries. Thanks for having me, boys. Enjoy the night.
Yeah, good luck this weekend. Have fun.
Yeah, go have fun.
Thank you. See you, boys.
Bye.
Bye.
I'll go. If you want me to do it, or are you gonna do it?
Yeah, I got it.
You got it. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Just kidding. We're still live, dude. This is the Robbie Show. Watch this. Anyways, dude, you're gonna take his mic real quick. Anyway, so what's up, guys? How's everybody been? Let's talk about relationships.
Everybody, you see how many people just dropped off?
Yeah, it just went to 0, dude.
Yeah, give me my mic back. All right. Okay. So that was cool. Dino's rad. Always a good person to talk to, and just easy to talk to, and isn't robotic. That's the cool thing. Oh, what did Ruthie say?
Oh, I wasn't even listening to you. I thought you were still talking. Never mind. I was reading what the chat was saying.
Oh, okay.
She said Dio was here, laughing my ass off. Workout was good.
Oh, good. So everything that happened this weekend was just chaotic. It was a mud race. It was entertaining. It was competitive. It was confusing.
Did you see Tom Vial? His crash,
bro,
flip over the bars.
Everybody, but everybody was just going like off the track, gnarly, falling. Dude. It looked like, and I posted this on my Instagram. It looked like me riding. No, it looked like that's how I ride on the track when it's not muddy.
You flip over
and like these pros. Like these pros. I did, dude. I mean, I'm still recovering from being hurt. You basically feel like one of them when they're doing that. You're like, all right, cool. Like this is what they kind of go through. They're slowing down a little bit. Like,
yeah, I'm curious to what AP his little secret was.
I don't know. He said something in the grips. He said something.
You text him that?
No.
He text you that? He said it on an interview?
I can't remember where I saw it.
So why didn't you text him and ask him? So we need to know the secret.
I don't know.
Is it fat boy grips?
Bro, when you win a race, you're getting blown up by everybody. I don't want to be adding to that.
So you want to hit him up when he loses?
No. Well, yeah, I mean, you should actually message these riders when they're having a bad day.
Yeah, it's kind of shitty that riders will go through they do amazing. They get a bunch of messages, a bunch of texts, all that stuff, and then they don't do so well the next weekend or whatever it is, and nobody hits them up.
Nope. And then so
it's gonna be us.
Your boy Cooper Webb, dude, flying through like Superman at the very end.
He was 4 seconds faster.
No, I think it might have been more than that.
No, it was 4 seconds.
Bro, that dude
4
either
seconds
cut the track,
faster.
he either cut the track or he did something. He was unreal at the last part of that track.
Yeah, he was 4 seconds faster.
It was, I think he went from 7th to 3rd.
Yeah.
Like somewhere on there. Like it was, I mean, that just was crazy. I don't want to see everybody's like, oh, there's going to be another mud race. I don't want to see a bunch of mud races.
I don't either, but it's probably going to happen.
I know.
SC won the grips.
Yeah, SC winning the grips would be terrible to do.
I remember I put SC1 on my bike and I forgot to wipe it all down before I went out.
Yeah.
I had to stop off the track and grab dirt and rub it on there, dude.
They're not partners of the program, so enough free talk out of them.
1CS.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
How about Dayton Briggs?
That was cool.
Winning the heat race, and
it was rad.
And then hole shotting and leading for like 4 laps.
Did he win?
Yeah, his very he won the heat race.
Oh wow, I don't know why.
And then hole shotted and led the main event for like 4 laps, dude. His freaking pro debut.
Yeah, I mean it's cool, but it's a mud race.
So what though?
I'm not saying I know it is cool and it's good that he got the exposure.
That's cool.
But it is cool. It is great that he got the exposure.
I get it's a mud race. I'm just saying, how cool is that?
It is cool. It is cool. I don't want people.
Don't say anything.
I don't want people to say like anything other than he got to the front and he rode there and he deserved it because everybody else is in those same conditions. All I'm saying is that some people are like, oh, he deserves a factory ride or he deserves this.
No,
I'm like,
I don't
dude,
think
it's
so.
like one ride, like chill out.
No,
like,
I don't think so. I'm just saying how cool
it is. Rad. It is cool to see somebody.
Why are you so angry, dude? Are
I'm
you
not
mad
angry.
because he hasn't sent you a shirt?
No, I've never asked him for a shirt. No.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Okay.
It is cool. I'm happy for him.
No,
it's rad.
He doesn't deserve a factory ride over it. I'm just saying it's like your pro debut.
Yeah.
It's pretty freaking sweet. That
It
you
is
did
cool.
That, dude.
It
Yes,
is-
it was
it
a
is
mud
cool.
race, so your advantage was a lot greater.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yep.
But I just thought it was pretty neat.
It is
And
pretty cool.
a privateer. Fourth.
Yeah. What
Never made a main.
are you talking about?
I forget. Gosh, what is
Oh,
his
I
name?
thought you were talking about Dayton.
No,
Park?
there's another privateer. Was that his name?
Colin Park?
I think so, maybe. I don't know.
think-
He got fourth place.
Yeah.
He hasn't made a main all year.
Colin hasn't made. Is it Colin? that
I don't
you're
know if that's
thinking
who it
of?
is. But
Hold on, let me look.
He made the main and he got fourth, which is sick.
I'm pretty
Yes,
sure
it was a
it's-
mud race.
Yeah, it was a mud race.
Yeah,
All right, let me
yeah.
look here. So you had
MX Tech Talk also says a set of long legs like AP.
yeah, but if that was if it was just long legs, Benny Bloss would have won. Like, oh no, Colin Park got second.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, Rod Bell. Are you talking about
Yep,
Rod Bell getting
yep,
fourth?
Yep.
Dude,
Hasn't made a main.
Gage Linville getting third.
Dude,
like,
like people who got first?
Chance. Hi, miss.
Fly racing.
Oh God.
Yep.
It is pretty rad to see these names up there. That's why I'm saying it is cool to have these races happen, but I don't want it to be every weekend.
No, I don't either.
You know?
I'm good with 1 or 2 for the year, and
Yeah.
I'm over it, dude.
I think this was the best case scenario for Tom Vial.
Yeah.
He cannot win this championship.
Yeah, but
I mean-
Dungey's won a championship without winning a race.
Dude, but the problem with that is that Vial is going to be forced to move up.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's
Do you
going to get
think-
that good of a spot. And he's gonna
but
be a
if
champion.
he wins the championship, he has to move up.
He has to.
If he doesn't win the championship, he doesn't.
He does
right?
not.
So do you
Yeah.
think he's doing it on purpose?
No, I don't think he's doing
So
it
he
on
doesn't have to
purpose.
move up?
As a competitor, I don't think he would ever do it on purpose.
MX Tech Talk, what do you think?
But I think he definitely is going to get help more by not winning the championship. I mean, unless Sexton's leaving and he does go to Cowie, then you give Vial the
He's going
ride.
to Cowie, dude.
Then you give Vial the ride there, and then AP gets the other ride. I could see that happening.
Barsh
in
is
that
going
scenario.
to Ducati.
Yeah, but okay, you're getting in silly season, or you want to talk about this?
I got ADHD, bro.
I
I'm all over the place.
know, but we need to focus.
My
We need
whole
to
life-
figure out
my
where
whole
Tom
freaking
Vial's
life
going.
is a silly season.
Yeah, I know it is.
I
This is a
think-
silly season.
I think Tom Vial is doing it on purpose.
I don't think he is. I don't think he's doing it on purpose. But I do think that it is going to be better for him if he doesn't go and win it, and then he can.
Yeah, because then he has to jump up.
He
to
needs
the
a little bit
450s.
more time. Right?
There's no spots for him.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so if Sexton does leave, then it's like, okay, well, who do you bring in at KTM to be with Plessinger? He didn't say he got a new deal, but it's most likely that he got a new deal.
You know what I heard the other day? I'm not going to say the name of the other people who are saying this, but they're like, Anderson should go to Beta.
Anderson?
Yeah.
No, I think if Anderson goes anywhere, it was Club. He's being rumored to
No,
Club.
I'm just saying. They're saying he should go to Beta.
I mean, who knows, dude? I mean, if somebody's going to pay him a ton of money, maybe he should. You know,
Agreed.
like, I mean, all
tuck that pipe up into
all the
bike a
bikes,
little bit,
dude. All the bikes are starting to look
I know
like
they're
that.
starting
though.
to go down farther
Dude,
and farther.
the new
Next thing you know, it's
Ducati-
going to be by the swing arm.
I know the new Ducati. Oh, dude, that'd be terrible. The new Ducati, the pipe is completely out of it.
It's exposed, completely
Yeah,
exposed.
it's
I don't
like
like it.
it's all of them are doing that.
I don't know.
I don't know, but I think if you have anybody that is going to benefit from a mud race, it would be like Tom Vial. Like because he's going to try, but if it's out of his control, it's like, all right, this isn't the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
I
think it'd be solid to have another year in the 250s.
You know what we forgot to do? Our cowboy hats, because AP won again.
Oh,
totally forgot
we
about
did
that.
that one time.
Yeah, it was pretty
That's
good.
right.
So
Hey, we called it too. As soon as he won and it's raining, I said he was going to jump in that puddle, and he did.
oh yeah, he had to.
He freaking did it.
AP had to jump in that
He
puddle.
ran around and found the best puddle he could find, and
I
he
know.
jumped into that thing.
So AP, Shane, or McElrath, Cooper Webb. Kenny had a decent ride for what he went through.
Yeah, 4th.
I mean, everything that he went through from his ankle, his shoulder, that dude's he's feeling some injuries.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
I'm sure
feeling
he is.
some injuries.
I'm sure he is.
Dude, Benny Bloss, he did get 7th. That was his best finish of the year.
There you go. Good job.
He beat Colt Nichols, Logan
Who
Leitzel
do you think's
getting
taller? Benny
9th.
Block? Yeah, Benny.
Benny
for
is
sure.
the tallest guy in all of
think he is.
Supercross. He might be the tallest guy that rides a dirt bike.
Who do you think would win in a fight? Benny Bloss or Jerry Robin?
Benny. Yeah, I think I would
I don't
take
know.
Benny. Jerry's pretty scrappy, but I think Benny. Yeah, I mean, like for the most part, like overall, like I don't think there was any crazy results other than that. Like for the most part, dude, RJ sliding.
Oh, on the
dude.
start?
Dude, it was so bad.
Dude, he slid so far.
I know, and he slid hard
so
too.
freaking, he went down and he was just going for the ride. Dude.
I know.
He
went
looked
down
like
hard.
he was racing MotoGP, like when they crash and they just lay there and they just keep sliding
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah,
that looked like
it was just
RJ
going.
for sure.
but that was pretty gnarly. I mean, I'm hoping that if it does rain this weekend, it doesn't completely ruin the track. I want it. It's like, okay, if the conditions suck because it's rain,
Well,
all right,
hopefully
whatever.
they're freaking tarping the thing now.
Well, it is. I think it's already built.
Is it?
Let's look at the latest. It's in Philly.
Do you have it scheduled? Oh, I thought you had it on there.
No, I'm cool. I'm not that cool.
Let's read some of the comments here.
Ugh.
Everyone goes to Yamaha
Oh no.
and they rename it to Yamaha Monster Energy Star Racing Supercross.
Oh, I like that.
Everybody,
idea.
the whole freak, every rider's riding a Yamaha for Star Racing.
Dude, so it's supposed to rain Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But on Saturday, it's going to rain early and then it kind of goes away a little bit towards later in the day. So, I mean, it depends. It's going to look pretty freaking bad, though. I'm sure it's not going to be ideal.
No, well, hopefully they prepare for it enough. They tarp everything in advance. And
Yeah.
hopefully it doesn't rain on the actual race.
I know. I think it's going to, though.
I saw Jerry posted something in the morning because they pushed off practice or whatever.
Dude, that
They're
kind of
like,
pisses
oh
me
yeah,
off,
that's
too.
smart. Push off practice when it's not raining
Yeah.
and let it, or track walk practice, whatever it was, and then actually put them out there to practice
know.
when it is raining.
It's like,
So
I
what the
think you
heck,
have
dude?
to, I know that you kind of have to plan ahead a little bit. You kind of have to give teams heads up. They have to kind of know what's going on, when to prep,
Hey,
all that stuff.
Be ready. We're going when
Yeah,
we don't
but
know. We're gonna be
that's-
going when we go.
That's what I would have said. I would have put a contingency type plan in and said like, hey, we're going to try
Yep.
and go
Get on
early
the
in the
track.
morning because we're not seeing a bunch of rain early in the morning. So we'll get you guys some qualifying laps then, because when it's that muddy, it doesn't matter. Like it's not going to, you're going to be on the track anyways. It's not going to matter. Everything's thrown out the window anyways. So, but at least you can get some clear, like times, some clear riding, like racing, all that kind of stuff, qualifying. I think it would just been better
Yeah.
overall.
Yeah.
So,
agreed.
I mean, so going into Philly, I think that AP is got to win it again. Like, right? If it's that muddy again, who else is going to win it?
Oh, he's winning for sure.
I think Cooper could if he rode that last lap like he did.
No, Cooper could, but I think AP's got it. He's gonna have, if it's muddy again, he's gonna have so much motivation going into that.
Dude, I mean, he's going to be so stoked.
I want to
just,
see him win when the
Multiple
conditions
things?
are great.
oh, I do too.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
I
I
think
do
he
too.
really deserves it.
Yeah, but
Like he almost did in Detroit.
what's cool
Detroit.
about AP is, what's cool about AP is he had a horrible start to the year.
Yeah.
Horrible start.
Yeah.
And
But he's
he
been
just
so consistent.
kept his head down, kept grinding, kept pushing, and then now it's like starting to go the other direction, which I think is pretty cool. Any questions in the chat?
No, Booban actual.
Oh, Booban.
Booban.
Yeah.
Bruh, did you see my crash at the Cal Classic on Saturday?
Yeah, he got a really bad concussion.
I
You
did.
raced the
did.
Cal Classic.
I did.
It was
I
gnarly.
raced on Saturday. I didn't race on Sunday.
Yeah.
Screw
Anything
that,
else?
dude. That pissed me off.
Anything else?
Oh, in the comments?
Yeah.
Somebody said, yo.
Yo.
How about Dayton almost clutching? Yep, already went with that. Talon B, yo boys, what's up, dude?
Yo. Hi,
Hope
Tom.
he's doing good. Nice guy. What if Mookie went to Yamaha?
I don't think he'd go back to Yamaha.
Robbie, why didn't you race the second day at Cal Classic?
Who asked that?
I'm not saying his name.
Oh,
Just kidding.
okay.
My boy Camden.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't race. There's lots of reasons. Stuff pissed me off, but
Yeah, it's big changes.
Yeah.
So I'll take AP this weekend. We're kind of rushing out of this. My son just got home from his MOS school, so he's home for 7
nobody
days.
knows what that is, dude. Say what it is.
He was in the Marines. He
There
was
you
at a
go.
schoolhouse.
He just got home from the Marines. It's 14 years of it.
Yeah, 14 years.
Can you
Yeah,
imagine if you had a kid that was that old?
14 years.
No, not 14. But he was in the Marines for 14 years.
I'm gonna have that at some point, so I'm gonna go spend some time with him.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
But
Anyways, we could talk about me and my day and my everything. So turn the camera this way, dude. Just turn it towards me. Just kidding. You're gonna mute my mic on. Don't mute it, dude.
I'm not.
Are you farting? What are you doing? Why'd you lean over like that?
Nope. Wait. Nope.
Hello. Nope.
Nope. There we go. All right. You're back on.
That
Relax.
was good.
Yeah.
No, that was good. I'm hoping there's not a mud race, but I do call AP to win if it does.
I'm recovering, by the way, from my crash. I am.
Well, I know that.
Dude, it's bad.
Let me see.
It's bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
That's
it's
bad.
freaking yellow. Let me see that again. Let me see those legs. Let me see those legs, dude. Show the people, bro.
No, I'm not
Let
showing
me grab
my
the
leg.
camera. I'll bring it over here real
No,
quick.
I'm not. Oh, that'd actually be. I guess you could do that.
What?
Because it's connected.
Bring the
I'm not
camera?
going to.
It's connected to the laptop, dude.
Yeah, I know, but you could do that.
I'm glad to see you washed your bike finally.
I know I did. I was finally had enough strength. By the way, my factory effects graphics are looking awesome on that bike.
Oh yeah, they are. They're clean, dude.
But yeah, so I finally was able to wash it and do all that stuff. It's hard, dude. Like being able to because the problem I'm having is with my shoulder is I can't lift and like go forward.
Yeah.
Like I can now. Like it's not as bad now. But for the past few days, it's just been terrible, dude. It hurts so bad. And so I was able to finally wash my bike. And I mean, looking at it, there isn't really any damage like what you were saying.
On your bike? No, your bike
like,
looks solid. Just a couple scrapes on it.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, I was pretty stoked on that. I'm probably not going to be able to ride for a couple weeks. Probably.
I've seen some bikes literally just tip over and handlebars are bent.
Yeah.
Brake levers broken. Freaking radiator is smashed in just from falling over.
Yeah.
So yeah, you pretty much lucked out on that.
All right.
Anything else
I
do got some other thing in the chat. I don't know.
Yeah. I just want to make sure because there's a bunch of comments in there. I want to make sure if anybody has
what
anything.
do you guys think of the new Cowie 2 smoker is going to be? What do you guys
300.
think probably a 300.
I think it's going to be a 300.
That's going to be cool.
Not
dude.
a dual sport, but I think it might be a dual sport. I think it's a 300 though.
You think so?
Yep.
I think so too.
Yep.
I think it'll be sick. How's you guys buying merch, dude? You guys going to 23 Studio 23?
No, it's just
Motoco,
23mediagroup.com. Ruth connected both of them.
Okay, 23mediagroup.com. Go on there, buy some merch for I can quit my freaking job and I can do this full time, please.
So
I'm really sick and tired of going to people.
I think
say what I do for a living, but
I think we've sold 2 podcast shirts.
All right. I made $10.
Better than nothing, dude.
Yes, it is. And my wife bought them both.
Yeah, no, it wasn't her. I don't think. It is cool to see like
the
support and stuff like that. Like it is rad to see. Like tag me if you guys get stuff. Tag me in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so everything if we sell podcast stuff helps him. Some money.
I get a percentage of that. Anything else, I don't get anything.
Nope.
Watch just all podcast shirts. Boom, boom.
I would love that. I don't care.
I'm just kidding.
I would like to sell 1,000 of them.
Buying anything from the website helps both of us. To be honest.
Yep.
The 23 shirts go to him. The podcast shirts go to me and him. But dude, this stuff's not free, dude.
Dude, the private.
You know what I mean?
It's not.
And it helps privateers as well.
The privateer shirt does.
The privateer shirt, not all of them.
Not all of them. Just the privateer shirt.
All right, that's good to know then.
And so it is going. It's going. It's hard. Selling merch is freaking hard. But I'm stoked with it. People are supporting it and they're wearing it. And they're wearing my logo in public, like in different places, like around the country. And like my brother-in-law buys merch. He doesn't have to, but he buys merch and he lives in Alaska. He's wearing my stuff in Alaska. Like it's just mind blowing to me.
I'm still waiting for one with just my face on it.
I'll get you one with just your face
so
on it.
Ruth put in the comments. It's 23mediagroup.com. So not spelled 23, but
the number 23.
Number 23mediagroup.com. So
23mediagroup.com.
You're doing it backwards, dude. So it looks to them, it looks like a whatever. It looks like something else.
All right. Anything else?
No, we appreciate the support, dude. Please try to continue helping us with the support.
What
the more merch that we sell.
Outroing?
No.
Oh, okay.
The more merch that we sell, the better off content you guys get. Dude.
Yes.
You know what I mean? The more content you can get, the better content you can get. I can quit my job. Hopefully.
It's going to take a lot of merch to do that.
It's going to take a lot of merch. Yeah. Hey, unless you guys just want to hit up my Venmo and just start, bam. I'm just kidding.
You know what his Venmo is? Michael Dash. Yeah.
I think that's it though.
I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Dino, thank you for joining.
Yeah.
Kind of a quick one this week. I'm trying to get more guests on. I think we've had 3 weeks in a row that we've had a guest.
Yeah.
So it's been pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, and so we'll try and get some more on.
I'm excited for the guest for next week.
Yeah. I'm super excited for next week.
Yeah. Adam Sandler's coming on.
Yeah.
It's good.
All right. But thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. We're out.
I'll stay here and keep my pretty face on here until you shut it off. I'll just sit here and smile. No, don't exit me out, dude. I want to talk about life. Come on, man.